Hello, everyone. It's great to be with you today for Dear Corinne. And today we're going to talk about something I think everyone can relate to, or at least at some point in your life, you probably could relate to this. This letter is coming from an anonymous person, and it goes like this. Dear Corinne, I am reaching out to you today because I am currently facing challenges with my self-esteem. As I observe those around me, I can't help but feel inadequate in comparison to their intelligence, talent, wit, and success. I know I should probably stay off social media, haha. This sense of inferiority has led to a deep sense of shame within myself. I know it is not helpful to compare myself to others, and comparison is the thief of joy and all that, but I still genuinely do not see myself as equal to most people. I am in desperate need of assistance in cultivating confidence and boosting my self-esteem. I feel held back by my beliefs about myself, but I am hopeful that you can provide me with the guidance and support necessary to embark on this transformative journey. Any advice or resources you can offer would be greatly appreciated. I'm committed to personal growth and am eager to learn and develop in this area. With your expertise and assistance, I trust that I can make significant progress toward becoming more self-assured and confident. Thank you for taking the time to consider my request. Sincerely, feeling less than. I believe that most people at some point in their lives feel this way. Thank you for writing this letter. It strikes a chord, especially in the day and age of social media. And like you said, maybe you should stay off social media because that is a tool, although I find it to be a great way to connect with high school friends and, stay up with, since I'm here in Korea, I can connect with people in the States. And so for me, it's something that I don't feel like I want to give up at this point. But there are days when scrolling through Facebook and Instagram is kind of depressing, and I do kind of feel like I'm not as pretty or fit, or my vacations are boring, or and maybe some of my recent posts, like going to London, maybe that has caused other people to feel oh, I wish I could go to London, or I wish, and that is not my purpose in posting those. It's simply to share the joy that I feel in the travels. But maybe it would be good for me to, assess, why do I post those things? Am I trying to look better than others? Or but here's the thing about your thoughts about yourself. We have this brain that is working really hard to protect us. And one of its jobs is to keep us from getting hurt emotionally, physically, spiritually, any other way. And what the brain is doing, it's trying to find proof of whatever it is that we're thinking. So if we start thinking, oh, I'm not as talented, I don't sing as well, or I'm not as good a writer or reader or thinker, or I'm not as successful in my business, or whatever it is, that thought that you have grabbed onto and sort of bought into, that can become a way for your brain to say, I'm going to look for proof that that's true. So we're going to look for any ways that we're not as successful. So what we want to try to trick the brain into doing is finding proof that we are successful. So if we can, even if we don't believe it at first, if we can adopt a thought that the brain will then try to prove true. So let me give you an example. Let's say I decided to start thinking, I am a human being worth loving. And I repeat that to myself again and again. And maybe at first I don't believe it. Maybe at first my brain is like, whatever, you're not loving. You're always thinking bad thoughts about people. You're always, you're no fun, you're boring, nobody wants to be around you. So your brain will probably offer you some of those things if you've had the habit of thinking those things in the past. So let's say that over a week's time or a couple weeks' time, I decided to really think that thought, I am a human being worth loving. Now, if I start to really believe it and I don't dismiss it right off the bat, my brain will look for ways that that is true. And my brain will say, huh, yeah, you are worth loving. You did this. You were kind. You were thoughtful. You you got out of bed on time. You whatever it is that we've told ourselves makes a person worth loving. Now, this idea of worth, I tend to reject that a little bit, because everyone has worth, no matter how rich or poor, no matter how successful or how many times you failed, or whether you're single or married, or no matter what religion or race or ethnicity or sexual orientation, whatever, every human being is worth loving. So that idea of worth, everyone has worth. We innately have worth. So, but that, our brains will try to find proof that that's true. So here's another one. If we say, I am confident. Now, right now, you may not feel confident. And that may be a big stretch to get from where you are now in your thoughts to where you want to be. Like, you really want to believe that you're confident. You really want to feel confident. But in order to get there, it might take some little mini steps. You could even think something like, I don't feel confident yet. And if you add that little yet, it will help kind of make a bridge to, like, it opens the door of hope that maybe you won't feel the lack of confidence forever. At some point, you will feel confident. So we have these thoughts in our own heads. No one else can hear our thoughts, read our thoughts. We think we can read people's minds. We think we're good at that, but we cannot read people's minds. I've been in a situation where I was performing or speaking, and I looked out at the audience and everyone looked bored. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm doing a terrible job, that nobody's interested in this. Nobody likes my song. Nobody likes what I'm saying. But afterwards, a bunch of people, even ones that I thought looked bored, came up and said, that was such a good song, or that was such a good talk. So we cannot read people's minds. Now, we're pretty good at reading emotion, because the energy, we can feel the energy if somebody's angry. There's no question you can feel that. Or if somebody's sad, or if somebody's like giddy with excitement. We're really good at reading emotion, but we are not good at reading thoughts. So those are private. No one else knows that you struggle with feeling confidence. And you may look really confident to other people. And they may look at you and say, wow, I wish I was that confident. And inside you're thinking, oh, I'm so not confident. And so honestly, there's a saying, what other people think of you is none of your business. And that's really true, because people can love you, people can hate you, but what really matters is what you think of you. And is there a reason why you shouldn't love yourself? Did you do something horrible that you need to fix? Maybe that's true. Maybe you hurt someone and your conscience is, saying, take care of that. Or maybe there's an area of your life that you're not happy with. Maybe your house is messy in a certain area and you know you should clean it and you haven't. Maybe there's a relationship that you need to work on that you've been neglecting, and you're being nudged to do something about it, to call that person or to repair that relationship. But that doesn't mean that you're not a good person, or that you're less lovable or worthy or wondrous or anything. It just means there's this one area that you could improve on, this one area that you could fix. And so I think we need to learn to have self-compassion. And this was one of the things that really helped me when I was struggling with thoughts like this of not feeling good enough or worthy or confident. And it was just to give myself a break, for crying out loud. Look at all the good things I have done. And, like I talked about last week with the mom who was struggling, get a journal. Maybe this could help. This was something that helped me. Get a journal or a scrapbook or something that is a record of your successes. A record, whether it's something you write down, today I said hello to a stranger. Today I rocked my talk. Today I made the most awesome spreadsheet. today I nailed that sale with that client and I totally rocked it. I reached out to my daughter or my son, you know, whatever it is that you're hoping to succeed in, whether it's, your family life or your work, or maybe you're an artist and you're trying to create and you've been getting down on yourself because you haven't created, so much that you wanted to. So make a journal of what you have done. What have you succeeded at? Did you get out of bed today? Did you make your bed? Did you call your mom? What little things can you celebrate, your little successes? And sometimes those can really add up and help you feel more confident and more worthy. So I would say that thought, I'm just not worthy of love, or I'm just not as good as everyone else. I would call that a garbage thought, because it's simply not true. Because you are of value. Every single human being has value and worth, and you are unique. And every star in the heavens is there to shine, and you are a star, and you're meant to shine. And you might shine in a different way than every other star. Your colors might be different. Your voice is different. So find what brings you joy. Find what makes you feel, I'm okay. I'm okay. I did that pretty well. Stick with that, and ignore, and recognize you're going to fail, but see those as growth and learning opportunities instead of as a whip to beat yourself with, or a stick to beat yourself with, whatever the image is. But I'm going to offer you a few statements that you can grab onto, and you may not like all of them, and you can reject whatever you would like to, but maybe some of these will resonate with you, and you can grab them as thoughts you want to incorporate into your daily life, maybe into your meditations. I can figure out any problem that comes my way. I am so very blessed. I forgive easily because it feels good. My mind is my greatest asset. I am a great listener. I am worthy just because I'm alive. I am responsible for how I feel at any time. My purpose is living the life I choose. I choose not to judge others in order to protect my mental health. I'm creating a powerful mindset. So there's a whole bunch more, and if you want to reach out to me, I've got pages and pages of these. But you could come up with your own that are specifically related to you and to your talents and skills and abilities. But I can promise you this, if you can believe that you are worthy, that you are capable, and that you have a lot to offer to the people in your life and in your circle, you will be happier, you will be more effective, and you will be glad you did. So, and it's just going to take some work. It's going to be a matter of becoming a watcher of your thoughts. As those thoughts come in, you can say, okay, I see you, I hear you, but I'm not going to buy into you, and I'm just going to let you go by. Think of it like a bus. You don't have to get on that bus. You can just let it go by. If you're sitting on a bench on a busy road and you see all these vehicles going by, you can take the taxi, you can take the bike, you can get on the train. You get to choose, and you don't even have to stay on it. You can get off at the next stop if you don't like it. That's how your thoughts are. Another analogy is like a waterfall. Your thoughts are like a waterfall, and they're just flowing down, and you can grab them out of the water if you like them. You don't have to take them. And you are not your thoughts. They're just thoughts, and who knows where they came from. There's different origins of your thoughts. So you can just let them go, and you don't have to buy into them or believe them. But I want you to know that the way that you're feeling is normal. You are not broken. And most human beings have had that thought at one time or another in their lives, I would guess. And you have power to change it. That's the beautiful thing. And no one can force you to feel that way. It's totally your choice. And that's the beauty of our thoughts and our brains. So thank you for your letter. More power to you. I am rooting for you. I know that you have a lot to offer, and that you can do this. You can tackle those challenges you have, particularly the ones that are your own thoughts that are sabotaging your success. So thank you for listening. Write in to Dear Corinne with any questions that you have. I'm Corinne Vance, your friendly life coach, with another Dear Corinne. Thank you.